Hey, what is going on, all my fellow geeks, geekettes, nerds, comic book readers, video game players, and action figure collectors all around the world? This is the Proud Nerd, and I'm finally getting to my top 20 Black Series figures of 2020! Man, 2020 was a crazy year, wasn't it? And it doesn't seem like it's over just yet, because it really seems like some of the ugliness that 2020 brought along with it starting to seep into 2021, but maybe just a little bit. I don't know. It could still turn around. We're literally still in the first month as of this recording. So maybe things can turn around. Let's see. But I'm not here to discuss any of that. I'm here to discuss something good that did come out of 2020. Action figures. Man, 2020 was a really good year for the Black Series. Like, probably one of the best years since its original launch. Or since its initial launch. In the original first few waves. Man, it was like an amazing year. And we have so many great figures to get through. But first, I wanted to talk about these three figures that were released in 2021, or at least I got them in 2021. You guys already saw my unboxing of these guys. You know how awesome I think they are. Moff Gideon. Really awesome. I love that dark saber. I do wish, though, it did have a crackling effect going throughout it. I really, really wish it did. Would have brought so much more of the detail out. But what for Hasbro did, it looks good. Especially against the light, it really looks like it's glowing. That is so cool. Great job on this guy, Hasbro. Just still wish he had butterfly joints. Still wish I could move his shoulders forward and backward. Another great figure is Dark Side Rey. And she does have butterfly shoulders, butterfly joints. Man, awesome figure, beautiful detail. I love the lightsaber, and I love that you can actually hinge it back and forth just like in the movie. That is so cool. Really nice likeness to Daisy Ridley. In fact, if I'm being honest, I like it a bit more than Lightside Rey here. Not saying Lightside Rey is bad, it's just this looks better. We'll compare her real super quick to my Island Journey Rey from the best Star Wars movie in the sequel trilogy, Last Jedi. Oops, I moved the camera. Okay, this one is good, and this was the very first one to use the face printing tech, but this one's better. Hold on, I'm going to adjust the camera. And one more figure I want to get to before we get to the list. A very controversial character, but not a controversial figure. A lot of Black Series collectors really seem to be supporting this figure and saying that it's really awesome. And you know what? We're right. This is an awesome figure. Yes, it's Jar Jar Binks. And full disclosure, getting this out of the way, I do not hate the character. I really don't. I've always had a soft spot for Jar Jar. But I can easily see why so many people would find him annoying. It's not hard to see why. But the figure, but I've always had a soft spot for him regardless. And this figure, oh my gosh, Hasbro knocked it out of the park. Wow. And I love all the accessories he came with. You know, the new one that Hasbro's re-releasing, they're not including the shield. That's kind of a ripoff. But still, beautiful. I love the articulated neck. I love how much movement you can get out of that head. That is so cool. I just wish he came with an interchangeable head. That's the only thing that I would wish. I want him to have an interchangeable head where his tongue is sticking out and he's like making that face at Qui-Gon. That was such a funny moment in the movie. I know Phantom Menace is a very easy movie to rip apart, but I fucking love it. okay? I don't give a shit what anyone says. Man, this figure's beautiful. You know what? The fact that he doesn't have butterfly shoulder joints, it doesn't bother me because Jar Jar doesn't need them. Man, beautiful figure. Just Hasbro knocked it out of the park. I will not be getting the re-release of this guy because he comes with less accessories and didn't even bother giving him an interchangeable head, so I'm a pass on that one. I'm more than happy with this one. Okay. Now with all that out of the way, let's get to the list. And let me clarify here. Just because this particular figure is at the very rock bottom of the list does not mean I hate it, but I am going to tear it a new one. So, at the very bare bottom of the list, we have Episode 2 Anakin from Attack of the Clones. Man, oh man, where do I start with this guy? Okay, again, I do not hate this figure at all. I really don't, and I do not regret my purchase. In fact, it's very rare when I do get a Black Series figure that I hate and I do regret. Rot in hell, Jyn Erso. God, that was such a bad figure. But we're talking about this guy. Now, okay, first I want to get the negatives out of the way because for me, the positives outweigh the negatives. Okay, the negatives. First of all, promo picture right here. Do you guys kind of notice something missing? Yeah, the soft goods tunic thing that he has. Episode 3 Anakin has it. Why doesn't Episode 2 Anakin have it? Like, it was shown in the promo pictures. Like, why? Why did they get rid of it? I don't understand that. It's okay. It's a minor qualm, but I can overlook it. Now, another negative, this stupid, chunky ass lightsaber. I can't stand this thing. It doesn't even look remotely... Well, I guess it does kind of look close to Anakin's Episode 2 lightsaber. Kind of close, but similar, but not identical. But my problem with this, it's too chunky for these particular hands. He looks so awkward when he's holding it. But you kind of notice something else about this lightsaber handle? Yeah, it looks familiar, doesn't it? Almost like we've seen it somewhere before. Aha! Yes, this is, in fact, the lightsaber hilt that they included with the New Hope 40th Anniversary Darth Vader. Fucking amazing figure, by the way. I still love this guy. But seriously, why did they include this? Like, it's so clearly the same hilt. I don't get it. And yeah, you can remove the lightsaber blade. Ah, that's so tight. I don't know why Hasbro went with the tighter peg system, but I really hope they fix it and fix it soon. Whatever happened to the good old days of this right here? That's so easy. No struggle, no worries, or anything. Now, with that being said, the lightsaber hilt is still very nicely sculpted and very nicely painted. I can see where Hasbro was coming from. It does kind of resemble the lightsaber hilt that Anakin had in Episode 2. But it's Darth Vader's lightsaber hilt, just missing the black paint up here. It's so clearly his hilt. But it does still look nice. And I do like the shade of blue they went with. Comparing it to an earlier Black Series lightsaber blade. No, I do not have the hilt in there at the moment, but this lightsaber blade, I think it came with my old Bespin Luke, the first release. But look how far they've come in improving the blue. That is impressive. Whereas this is barely blue, but this mofo is blue. And it's nice and bright. I love the new lightsaber looks. I really do. Okay, another negative of this guy, and then we'll get into the positives. I promise I'm not hating on this figure. We'll get to the positives very soon. The last and final negative I have with this particular figure, the outdated articulation. Ugh, why, Hasbro? In the same exact wave, you guys released this episode 2 Obi-Wan, and he has amazing articulation. And don't worry, we'll cover this guy soon, because I have nothing but good things to say about him. But why couldn't they incorporate some updated articulation with episode 2 Anakin? Now, I get Hasbro wanting to save costs just by using the same mold as episode 3 Anakin, and I can understand this. With why am I complaining about this and not this? Because, well, this is episode 3 Anakin from the Archive Collection. And it's my understanding that the whole point of the Archive Collection is to get harder to find figures, and expensive figures on the secondary market back on store shelves. So he doesn't need the updated articulation because that's not something they're trying to improve on. They just wanted to get these harder to find figures back on store shelves. And I'm okay with that. So yeah, I'm okay with this Anakin not having the updated articulation. I'm just really happy to have it. So, with that said, I get Hasbro wanting to save costs, but it would have been so easy to make a brand new mold. Just make a brand new mold for Anakin and give him all the updated articulation. It would have been so easy. Just, Hasbro, you make me so angry sometimes. And not to mention, I know it's another negative, but he just looks so fucking awkward holding this chunky ass lightsaber hilt. Look, it's not even going into his hand all the way. That is beyond ridiculous. Beyond stupid. But I will give it to the figure. The joints on him feel nice and solid. There's no loose floppy bits on him. So he does feel very nice to pose. Sorry guys, I'm just adjusting the table here. Okay. So the figure has that going for it. Alright, let's get into the positives now because I tore this guy apart enough as it is. Let's get into the positives. Now, like I said, the joints are nice and solid. They bend really easily. There's a lot of good fluidity to his posing. You can get him in some good poses. You know, the joints are nice and solid. I love it. And another positive about the figure, that face. Look at that face. That is just... Sorry guys, I was just adjusting my tripod there. But look at that face. That is a really nice likeness to Hayden Christensen. It looks just like him from episode 2. Yeah, that's one thing I love about this figure is that face. So, yeah, this is one good thing the figure really has going for it. And the outfit, too. That outfit is nice. Looks just like how Anakin did in episode 2. Wonder if they're... Yep, different pockets on the belts. Oh, and one more negative thing about the figure I forgot to say. You can't hook the lightsaber hilt on the blade. That's just there for decoration. so disappointing. Okay, back to the positives. And when he is holding his lightsaber, he looks pretty cool. So, even though this guy has a lot of issues holding him back, boy does he ever, he is not an awful figure. And I don't regret buying him for a single second. I'm really happy I was able to get him. It's just Hasbro could have done so much more. And I really love how the boots are painted on this one. That looks good. Not perfect and not the definitive Black Series Episode 2 Anakin I was hoping for. But I don't regret owning him at all. Although this Anakin is so much better in every way. I mean, for crying out loud, you get an interchangeable head with this one. That's just awesome. But with the Episode 2 Anakin, it was just his lightsaber and that's it. Not even a Jedi robe. Do I recommend it? If you love Anakin and you like Episode 2, then yes. Alright, that was Episode 2 Anakin. On to the next figure, which is the Gaming Greats Battle Droid. I had to include this guy on the list. He is just a fantastic, fantastic figure. I love that you can put the blaster on his backpack there. Love that you can raise the antennas back here. This one's giving me trouble, but it can be done. There we go. That is a really nice touch. Yeah, I love this guy. And I love that you can actually get him down in the crunching, or the storage, what I call the storage mode. Man, he's got great articulation. Look at that leg kick. Look at that. It's probably one of the best leg kicks in all the Black Series. He's got a great leg bend. Yeah, I love this guy, and I love how he looks with the blaster. Yes, he did come with extra weapons, but I always have him displayed with the classic blaster. Always. And I am totally getting that re-release that Hasbro is doing. I cannot wait for that one because I love this design. I love the Battle Droid. I love what Black Series was able to do with it. I love all the articulation they were able to incorporate into the Black Series version of this figure. Yeah, when Hasbro re-releases this guy, but in the movie color version, I'm so getting it. And he looks really good next to other Star Wars villains. Yeah, sometimes it is a challenge getting him to stand, but it's not impossible. But the other good Star Wars characters he looks good standing next to are Count Dooku. These two look so good together because in the movie you saw Dooku standing next to a lot of battle droids. So yeah, for me, this works out. I'm very, very happy with this. And he looks pretty good standing next to a couple heroes too. Here he is with Padme Amidala and Episode 2 Anakin. Wow! They just look like they all belong in the same wave together. Yeah, these three look fantastic to each other. Oops, or next to each other. So yeah, the Battle Droid from... I'm sorry guys, I keep getting notifications on my phone and it's distracting me. But yeah, the Battle Droid from the Gaming Greats line, number 18 on my list. Really great figure, despite the fact that he has a hard time standing sometimes. But once you hit that sweet spot, oh man, it looks so good. Alright, moving on to the next figure, which is... And before moving on to the next figure, the Battle Droid here has a feature that I forgot to mention. You can take off his backpack, put these two antennas on him if you want. how do these go on him? I forgot. I never put these antennas on him. There we go. Because I really prefer the backpack. Man, that's got great paint apps on it. I prefer the backpack with the antennas, but that's a cool look too. Not bad at all. So that was just a little something with the battle droid I forgot to mention that I wanted to include in this video. Very cool that you can do that. Alright, moving on to the next figure. Dagobah R2-D2. Get the camera pointed down. There we go. This is an awesome figure. I love that he can actually roll around. I love when you turn the head, his third leg goes back in or extends. And I love that you can open his little compartments here and the little arms pop out. That is an awesome feature. And a feature I'm so happy is on this R2-D2. And just the weathering and the dirt and the mud that's caked on him. Oh, he's a little dusty. But man, just... when I saw this guy in the store, I did not hesitate to grab him. And if you guys didn't see me unboxing this guy along with Snowspeeder Luke, click on the card right up there. But man, they just did such an amazing job on this. I am just so happy with it. He looks so good. And dusty on the eye there, but that looks better. And not only does he look good just by himself, but when you bring in the Dagobah Luke and R2-D2, oh my gosh, that just completes the look. It completes it. Oh man, that looks so cool. I am beyond happy with this. Like, yes, this R2-D2 is awesome. So happy I was able to get him. Because I missed out on the first R2-D2. But at the time I wasn't collecting Black Series, so yeah, that sucks. And then when they re-released this guy in A New Hope 40th Anniversary Wave, I could not find him anywhere. So I missed out on him twice. So to have this Dagobah version of him, oh, I love it. He is so cool. Yeah, Dagobah R2-D2. Number 17, or is he 18 on my list? I got my list right here. Let me check. 17. He is number 17 on my list. Moving on to the next figure. Padme Amidala from Episode 2. And man, what a gorgeous looking figure. Yeah, on mine, the face could be so much better. But it looks like Natalie Portman enough to make me happy. And I love that you can take her little, what I call her pea shooter blaster here. And she has a holster for it, which is really cool. That is a really nice touch. And what's even a nicer touch, can take the cape off her completely if you wanted to. Yeah, I usually twist her head all the way around to get it off. Man, that is nicely sculpted. Really nicely sculpted. Hasbro did a good job with this. And I love that you can... come on. Take off her hand. And she comes with another hand that has a wider grip on it. For one main purpose. The droid blaster that she took in the Geonosian battle. And my gosh, that looks awesome. That is so cool. Hasbro, if by any miracle you are watching this video, please incorporate interchangeable hands into the Black Series more. these figures benefit so greatly from it. And we will see more evidence of that at my number 1 spot. Stay tuned. But she looks so fantastic with that blaster. This is normally how I have her displayed on the shelf. Yeah, getting her into a two-handed blaster pose can be a challenge because this hand's grip is a little not good, not wide enough. But if you can just kind of... Why didn't we get an interchangeable hand for this side? That doesn't look bad. I just wish she could actually hold on to the barrel of the blaster here. Oh, there we got it. Yeah, that looks sick. I love it. And not only does she look great on her own, but she also looks really good next to her boyfriend, Anakin Skywalker. My gosh, these two look fantastic together. I do have so many issues with Episode 2 Anakin, but I am not denying at all that he looks so good next to Episode 2 Padme. It's like these two figures are made for each other. And she also looks pretty good next to Episode 3 Anakin. A little out of place because both from different movies and eras in their lives, but they still look good together. Look really good. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So happy to have her. And I need to clarify something. I am fully aware this is a 2019 figure, not a 2021 figure. I'm fully aware of that. But some of these figures on this list are figures that I was able to get in 2020, despite them being only 1, maybe 2 years off. So not every single figure on this list is from 2020. Some of them are from 2019. Just want to get that out of the way right now. But like half the figures on this list, in fact, like 98% of them are from 2020. So yeah. Anyway, it's my list. These are my picks. If you got your own, that's good. My picks, my rules. So, Padme is number 16, or is it 17 on my list? She is number 16. Moving on to number 15, which is Padme's daughter, Princess Leia. Wow, like when this figure was released, I knew I wanted to get her. Because the only Princess Leia that Leias that I had in my collection up until I got this one was from Force Awakens and New Hope. The 40th anniversary wave, just want to clarify that. And 40th anniversary one is awesome, beautiful sculpt, and beautiful figure. But just due to the weird knee joints that figure has going on, it's hard to get her in some battle poses. But with this Leia, it's super easy to get her in battle poses. And oh my goodness, does this ever look like Carrie Fisher? I just gonna put some comparison pictures on the screen right now. Yeah, to me that looks just like Carrie Fisher from this point in her life. And I love the suit, I love the vest. I just wish she came with interchangeable hands and an interchangeable head with the different hairstyles she had at the end of the movie. And you could take her vest off and you would have what she looked like when she was escaping Bespin. I know Hasbro made a separate release of that figure, but it should have been the same figure. Would have been so easy to do that. But I can't complain too much because of the awesome accessories this figure came with. I love these goggles that she came with. And you can slide them right on top of her head. Or, if you really want to, she can wear them. I got it pulled down a little bit more, but yeah, she can wear them. That looks so cool. And she even came with the little welding tool that she was using on the Millennium Falcon. So that is a nice touch. And she comes with a Rebel blaster. Not bad, but I would have preferred if she came with a Stormtrooper blaster to really replicate the look, like, or really just... When did she ever have this in the movie? When? Maybe on Hoth? I don't know. I've seen Empire Strikes Back so many times, and not once have I ever seen Leia with this blaster. Oops. Maybe they included it because, no, the company was saying they have to come with a weapon, so give her a blaster. Well, which blaster? I don't know, just that random blaster right there that we never saw her use. This is just nitpicking. I love this figure. I love the card back she came on because this is the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary version of her. And not only does she look really good on the shelf, but she also looks really good next to her favorite scruffy-looking Nerf herder, Han Solo. She also looks really good with C-3PO. And of course, she looks really good next to the walking carpet, Chewie. Yeah, all these guys look so good together, and my God, she fits in perfectly with them. She looks like she belongs right at home. Yeah, this Leia figure is amazing. I love her, and I'm so happy to have her. Very, very, very impressive figure, and definitely one of the best, if not the best, Leia that Hasbro has released. This might just be the best one. But we will see when we get to another Leia that's on this list. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, Bespin Leia. Which number is she on my list? Number 15. Number 15 on my list. And now moving on to number 13.